Hello, I'm so glad you're here with us today. We are looking at structural unemployment. We're trying to explain what this type of unemployment is and understand when it happens and its impact in the workplace. Okay, so let's get started. Now, by definition, it says structural unemployment occurs when at a given wage. Okay? All right, so let's pause here for a minute and begin to understand what the given wage here means. At any given wage, the quantity of labor exceeds the quantity of labor supplied exceeds the quantity of labor demanded, right? So let's say at $50 per hour, right? That's the wage, right? So at $50 per hour, that's the wage. The quantity of labor supplied, right? So here we have the laborers, right? We have 4 laborers. So say we have 4 laborers. These are laborers. And we have 2 employers, right? These are employers. So let's put them here. These are employers, right? So the quantity of labor exceeds the labor that is demanded. And that's what this is saying. So at $50 an hour, the quantity of labor exceeds the quantity of labor. The quantity of labor supplied exceeds the quantity of labor demanded. That's essentially structural unemployment. But let's take it further and have a better understanding as to when this happens. It says here, this usually happens when there is a mismatch. And we see the mismatch here. 4 people looking for work and 2 employers looking to hire 1 each. And if they hire 1 each, that means 2 people are still unemployed, right? So when there's a mismatch between the number of people who are interested in working and the number of jobs that are available in the system, in the workplace. And that's what this is depicting. Again, we have 2 employers looking to hire 1 person each. And we have in the system right now, we have 4 people looking for work at $50 an hour. And there's clearly not enough work for them. 2 people will have to be hired and 2 people will have to remain unemployed. That's 50% right there. That's structural unemployment. And so this happens when there's a mismatch between the number, the labor that is supplied, labor that is available, and the labor that is demanded. All right, so it says here, sometimes this is caused by mass labor disruption. And we saw during the pandemic, mass labor disruption where employers just couldn't meet up. They couldn't meet their wages of their workers. Resources were very thin. Most of them had to, close shop and so forth. And a lot of people were out on the streets looking for work, essentially. The government had to step in with some support, right? This is a perfect example of structural unemployment. When there is mass labor disruption, as we saw, especially in 2020, 2021, again with the pandemic, a lot of people were unemployed and looking for work. So the supply of labor far outweighed the demand for labor during this time. Okay, so it happens when it's caused by labor disruption or in situations where workers become unemployed due to technological changes, right? And today we have a lot of technological changes in the workplace, and you have to really keep up. You have to improve your skills and build capacity and have the ability to be successful in the workplace and to be competitive. Workers that are not successful, are not competitive, haven't upgraded, they are out there in the workplace because the employers just don't need them. They don't have anything to add to the workplace, and so they become unemployed, and they add to this situation of the supply of labor outweighing the demand for labor. They add to this situation. So this happens when people are unemployed due to technological changes, right? Changes in the workplace, of which there are just a lot of changes all over the place. Every industry in the workplace today is have high technology, uses technology. Okay, or relocation of the business And since the workers, right, those workers are technologically deficient and do not live in the new location of the business, they become unemployed. So when the business moves away to a new location, this is the business, when it moves away to a new location, a new town, a new city, a new state, the workers that used to work for the business are not able to move with the business to the new location. So they become unemployed as well, right? They become unemployed. And because the business has moved, the demand for labor has come down because business has moved. The demand for labor has come down, but the employees, did not move with the business. Didn't move with the business. They're still in that space looking for work. In the meantime, the demand for labor has come down because the business has moved to a different location, right? So this is structural unemployment, essentially. Structural unemployment at a given wage, which is $50 an hour, the supply of labor exceeds the quantity of labor demanded. And we see it here with 4 people looking for work, with 2 employers looking to hire 1 each. And that means the supply is more than the demand. And this is caused by labor disruption, right? And again, we gave the pandemic as an example, but it could be other things as well that could disrupt labor. For example, strike, where employers have locked out workers. It could be a lot of other things, factors that could be responsible for labor disruption. Technological changes. Employees are not able to meet with the technological changes in the workplace. Don't have the skills, don't have the know-how, and they are left out in the workplace. Or the relocation of the business, and those who are technologically deficient, those who don't have the capacity and so forth, are not able to move with the business and essentially become unemployed. This is structural unemployment in the workplace.